Tocando sua xereca.
Hey guys, welcome back. Got another freestyle. This one's by Locksmith. A request. There's actually two of these. There's this one which is from 4 years ago, and there's also one from 2 years ago. I weren't sure which one the requests were for, but if this isn't the right one, just let us know in the comments, and I'll do the next one. I might do the next one anyway. Try to hit 1,000 subscribers as well, guys. By April. My birthday's in April. Will be a nice little birthday present for me. Yeah, like I said, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Gonna jump onto this freestyle. You know, some of his freestyles that I've been doing, especially like Daylight and that. These freestyles have been a lot better than a lot of tracks that's out there. But you know, we'll jump onto this one and see how we do.
Okay. Yeah, K Slay.
Yeah.
Locksmith, lofty goals. Check it out. Look. Allow me to paraphrase the apparent phase I pedal toward, the space between chasing my dreams and what I'll settle for.
Allow me to paraphrase the apparent phase I pedal towards. the space between chasing dreams and what I'll settle for. So he's stuck between what he'd settle for and the dreams that he's chasing. What? Don't ever give up. Don't ever give up on chasing your dreams. Ever. Don't ever give up on chasing your dreams, man.
The space between chasing my dreams and what I'll settle for. Every new tier in my career is more clear. Focus on my core and keep these executives on a tether cord. I said it for a reason, mind you. People speculate, but to myself is the only label I'm signed to. And I don't
talking about these label executives making that cash off your words. Signed to my own label, I'm signed to myself. I ain't giving the executive 50-60% of what I should be getting paid. Nah. Going independent. I'm independent.
To myself is the only label I'm signed to, and I don't feel the need to proceed. I'm reserved hardly. Do all the work and receive proceeds from a third party? That's absurd, sorry.
Do all the work and take proceeds from a third party. I gotta say, man. All these other people are taking a cut before you get a little bit. Don't Macklemore.
Receive proceeds from a third party? That's absurd, sorry. I just prefer to be heard, bar me. Rapper sign and disappear, commandeer a search party. Search far beyond the farce that you fraudulently falsified. A false guy you fabricate in the faith that you toss aside. I assault.
These guys that get signed up and spat out, disappear into oblivion, get milked for all the worth and spat out by these record companies.
Guy you fabricate in the faith that you toss aside. I assault your pride, calling a lie like what's untrue. They rapping with such uncouth. They've been in like Hut 1-2. No.
I assault your pride. I tell you it's untrue. And then talking about fucking bending over like Hut 1-2. He's talking about these guys selling their ass for a record deal. What? He's talking about these guys getting bent over. What?
They rapping with such uncouth. They've been in like Hut 1-2. No telling just what some do. We shun artists and praise social media starlets. No judging, I probably fuck one too.
We shun artists and praise social media starlets. Shun artists with that do stuff that have substance in what they do. But you know, these people, these reality TV stars, and you know, out there doing fuck all but getting all the limelight. Probably get slapped for saying this, but like these Kardashians, but why did they get that TV show? And look where it's fucking propelled them to.
It's no judging, I probably fuck one too. This is here, this is now, this is how we are viewed. We cop shoes before food, cause our values are skewed. We spin bread to get breads, it's in bread. We've been bred, we've been fed and misled. We duck shots to misled with this.
We're not spending as money on food, spending it on fucking materialistic shit. So you know, we're out here starving, but we've got some nice shoes on his feet. Then he goes on to say we spend bread to get braids. So saying that you're not buying food, but you spend bread. You know, like bread is in called money bread. talking some shit now, and he's talking some real life shit now. And then he goes on to say he's said something about ducking lead.
Get breads, it's in bread, we've been fed and misled, we duck shots to misled. What this said?
We've been fed and misled, we duck shots to misled. So they've been misled, probably by society, and probably by what they get told, brainwashed. It says, and then we duck shots to misled, to miss these stray bullets. He's talking a whole lot of stuff about poverty and probably gang violence, poverty. Might be like where they grew up and shit like that.
Been fed and misled, we duck shots to misled. What this said? I'm trying to paint it clear as possible. Some people are roadblocks, I had to steer those obstacles. I would not let it swerve me like the clergy to the flock or the distorted plot they try to smear this gospel through. It
says these guys are just fucking roadblocks. These guys are just fucking roadblocks. Stand in your way, they don't let you help you out, they don't try and help you out. They just want to stop your progression, stop you on that path to your dreams, that road to your dreams. He's talking about a shepherd. Did he say about a shepherd with his flock?
It swerved me like the clergy to the flock or the distorted plot they try to smear this gospel through. My lyric and vocal.
Yeah, so he talks about clergy and his flock. You see clergy in your flock, so like a preacher with his followers, and then he talks about the gospel. Gone religious on us.
Clergy to the flock or the distorted plot they try to smear this gospel through. My lyric and vocal expression has never been questioned. I know what it's worth. You cannot define. I try to confine what is inside. I try to pervert. But if it's this lame, I will disclaim with a disdain from a disdain, saying his name in a dismay. I will display showing dismay. But on this day, my total intention, total the totem you hold for suspension. I'm engrossed in my own convictions. I know that my foes are stricken with jealousy and contingency, stalking my timeline, but make sure they never mention me. Lyric.
You just got in one of those little pockets that we love to listen to, but it's hard to break down. I'll have to take that back, guys.
They try to smear this gospel through. My lyric and vocal expression has never been questioned. I know what it's worth.
My lyrical and vocal expression has never been questioned. I know what it's worth. Hey, I'm not questioning it. Nobody else can question it because I know what it's worth. His lyrical abilities.
Through. My lyric and vocal expression has never been questioned. I know what it's worth. You cannot define. I try to confine what is inside. I try to pervert. But if it's this,
you cannot confine or confide because inside you try to pervert, try to twist his words, keep him locked inside, keep his words locked inside.
Cannot define, I try to confine what is inside, I try to pervert. But if it's this lame, I will disclaim with a disdain from a disdain, saying his name in a dismay. I will display showing dismay. But on this day, my total intention, total the totem you hold for suspension. I'm engrossed in my own convictions. I know that my foes are stricken with jealousy and contingency, stalking my timeline, but make sure they never mention me. Lyrically, he's
talking basically about these guys trying to hold him back. No, fucking try not let him get to the heights that he wants to get to. Not let him continue on this road to success. Basically, he knows what he's worth, but he knows that other people are trying to fucking say that he's lame. We've got no good intentions for him, but yet they've got no good intentions or not like that. But yet they're fucking stalking his timeline, seeing what he's up to. Checking his shit out, but they're not giving him a mention. They're not giving him a mention. They're not helping him out. Talk about some two-faced people right now.
On my timeline, but make sure they never mention me. Lyrically, there's no comparing now. How come you don't collab more, Lock? In 3 words, niggas is terrified.
Lyrically, there's no comparing you and I. Oh, why don't you collab a little bit more? Get your name out there. Because if I get on these tracks, I'm gonna murder these guys. Lyrically, I'm gonna make that track my bitch.
There's no comparing now. How come you don't collab more, Lock? In 3 words, niggas is terrified. I terrorize any rapper in any issue. Fuck a tastemaker, cut off his tongue and tell him to wish you. Rap.
Basically, if he jumps on your track, he's gonna terrorize you. It's gonna be like cutting off a tastemaker's tongue. It's gonna fucking ruin your career. That's what he's saying. Your career's gonna be in tatters. It's gonna show you up on your own track.
You fuck a tastemaker, cut off his tongue and tell him to wish you. Rappers use big words but don't be saying much to overcompensate for the music they had to rush. Instead of creative ways to convey what they feel as such, they try to overcomplicate through their lyrics, and that's a crutch. Clutching your nose.
Saying these guys have bought themselves a thesaurus. These guys are out there with the dictionaries, saying a lot of stuff, but they don't know what that stuff means. Just to try and fill up the tracks, just try to fill up the minutes. So talking all these big words, but they don't know what the context. Don't know what these big words mean. Just use these big words. It takes up a little bit more time on a track, makes them look quite smart, but it's their own undoing.
Complicate through their lyrics, and that's a crutch. Clutching your notepad, you're so mad that you pretend. So you spit the most far out shit that you can pen. But when you try to sound smart without substance in your art, you're just as bad as the swagged out rappers that you condemn. Then
try to sound smart without substance in your art. That's what I just said. You try to sound smart. Yeah, you can say all these big words, but they don't fit into what you're saying. Giving us an English. Talk about grammar. Talk about grammar.
the art, you're just as bad as the swagged out rappers that you condemn. Then a fan once wrote, we sick of gimmicks, see? You gotta be controversial and diss them for empathy. But if I only become worthy by giving you controversy, then in reality the only real gimmick is me.
You gotta be controversial to get your name out there. You gotta be controversial like everybody else. Basically. Just another gimmick. Nah. Don't wanna be a gimmick, wanna be me.
Controversy, then in reality the only real gimmick is me. I don't need a sales pitch from some executive with a list trying to teach me how to tweet or consulting my statist. I've been at this thing for so long with practice, I can practically do a show anywhere on the atlas. If
you're talking about these fucking these management companies, these companies that you pay a fee and they'll tell you how to look better to the public. Tell you how you're looking, you know. Oh, do this tweet about this, tweet about world problems, tweet about world hunger, tweet about fucking poverty, tweet about this. You know, just be a fucking sheep and tweet about what everybody else is getting told to tweet about. That's what they're saying. You know, it's the same thing. Like I know a lot of people will do it because they're nice people, you know. To say like there's an earthquake, a lot of people will jump on tweet about it, you know. A lot of actors and whatnot, they'll jump on and say, "Oh, start giving to help this," or you know what I mean. But a lot of people just do it because the management company says, "Oh, jump on that. It'll boost you. You know, it'll boost you in the public's eye." Why should I do that? That's not the person I am. I'm not saying that's not the person he's not, but what he's saying is he don't need some dude with a lisp to tell him what to do. Basically, could have just said that from the start.
So long with practice, I can practically do a show anywhere on the atlas. That
was Mr. Worldwide. I'm not comparing him to Pitbull, but he's saying I can do a show anywhere on the atlas. Mr. Worldwide. Where is Pitbull? I've seen Pitbull for a minute.
You at this nigga, but I believe you at risk of being physically shunned. I become what I had this. I used to criticize others for lack of lyrical depth. Now I realize it's more than one way to earn your respect. They said I was.
I used to go at these guys, yeah, because they weren't lyrical, but that weren't earning me any sort of respect. Would it? Oh.
Lack of lyrical depth. Now I realize it's more than one way to earn your respect. They said I was slept on, I kept on. I painted the picture you sketched on. I feel like these rappers are so full of gas that they swallow the glass full of Tecron.
It says about being fucking slept on, but he kept on. He painted on a picture that you were sketching on. What? You're just doing this quick fucking sketch. This quick and easy sketch. Get it sketched, get it out. He said, nah, I'm Picasso over here. I'm painting these pictures on that sketch. I'm making your shit look like nursery drawings. I'm out here doing Mona Lisas with my lyrical ability, and you're doing fucking stickmen.
I kept on. I painted the picture you sketched on. I feel like these rappers are so full of gas that they swallow the glass full of Teflon.
These guys are so full of gas. He compares them to Teflon. Is Teflon like the gas company in America? That's a lot of gas. It's a lot of gas. Don't light a cigarette next to him, man. You'll both blow up.
I feel like these rappers are so full of gas that they swallow the glass full of Teflon. Respect gone, so you hustle for lots of loot. I'd rather be known as unknown than be known as a prostitute. Look.
What? They're talking about selling your ass, selling yourself out. He's talking about says I'd rather be known as being I'd rather be known as being unknown than be a prostitute. He ain't selling himself out. He ain't selling himself out.
It's unknown to be known as a prostitute. Look, would you rather be a whore or a slave? Would you rather be ignored or betrayed? Would you rather be gathered amongst cadavers covered in lime and forced to redefine whatever Lord you praise? That's the promise.
Just fucking talk about getting buried. Just talking about getting buried, lying amongst cadavers with a lime getting poured on you. And before that, we were saying, would you rather like a whore or a slave? Would you rather be ignored or betrayed? You know, it's like which is the lesser of two evils? You know what I mean? Between a rock and a hard place.
To redefine whatever Lord you praise. That's the promise that they give and expect you to choose between the lesser two evils in hopes to confuse the mad sheep where they bathe in their own fecal, consuming the residue of revenue from the folks they abused. Now
we're on the same page. We're singing from the same hymn book. And it goes on to talk about people getting abused, fucking chewed up and spat out. Had all the fucking money squeezed out of them, have all the revenue squeezed out of them as possible. Right, you're not selling as many records anymore. Get yourself off, lad. You know what I mean? He's talking some shit. He's going at these record labels and these management companies, you know.
The due of revenue from the folks they abused. Now let's define who folks is. Folks are me and you in the lower bracket where most live. That don't give a shit that morality's in fatigue. Only imagery created by corporations and showbiz. And whether you know this and focus, whoever the foe is, and for this you try to invoke which can never be noticed. So note this and put it in bold print. The minute you go vent, they try to establish that you was a savage. The moment you want to expose this.
Oh, it's had one of those little fucking pocket fucking snapping things in there. Starts out by saying, now do you know who folks is? Folks is me and you that get up in the morning and fucking grind all day. All day. The ones that work nights, like I did last night. The ones that are fucking grinding day and night. Try to support the families. And then you've got these corporates, these guys, fucking showbiz guys creating some sort of imagery that you want to aspire to. You know? Take it back to now. I'll miss a little bit more stuff.
Know this and focus, whoever the foe is, and for this you try to invoke which can never be noticed. So note this and put it in bold print. The minute you go vent, they try to establish that you was a savage. The moment you want to expose this.
I'm saying that now that when people know, like the sort of conspiracy of the divide between the higher ups, the lower downs, the rich, the poor. Once you try and vent about it, they're gonna say that you're a fucking savage. They're gonna say that you're only saying it because you're not one of the higher uppers, are you? You're gonna say that you're living off that reservation, going rogue.
It was established that you was a savage the moment you want to expose this. If I follow a trend and try to pretend once, I essentially shoot myself for a fee. One thing that I've learned in the last 10 months, my only true competition is me.
Talking that shit now. Something I've learned in the last 10 months, that the only true competition is me. That could be lyrically, that could also be personally. You know, he fucking challenges himself all the time. You know, he's his own competition.
Competition is me. 1 minute they praise you, next minute they haze you. Either you underground or you a sellout joke. Cause there's never been a rapper with my lyrical talent that has proven he can equally balance between both.
They'll either praise you or they'll haze you. See, these guys are fickle. These guys don't know what they want. One day you're fucking up there, next day you're out, next day you're falling off. It says there about you can't. Guys with his lyrical ability can't be underground. They can't be mainstream. They're too good to be underground, so they get shunned from there. And then sometimes being too lyrical ain't sellable. Is it? No, it's not. Because people just want this easy listening shit.
But with my lyrical talent that has proven he can equally balance between both. I revoke any label or category you dealing with. People need boxes and other people to fill them with. Pass me off as one or the other instead of building with. That's the ignorance that I turn around and kill them with.
People need boxes. And people just need boxes to fill them with. So you're getting pigeonholed. You're getting put into one category or the other. But he don't want to be in either category, he wants his own category. He's not getting pigeonholed, he ain't no pigeon. He ain't no pigeon.
Pass me off as one or the other instead of building with. That's the ignorance that I turn around and kill them with. That I turn around and steal them with. Word on the street, my nigga, is that you been a bitch. You want a revolution? Let's see. What better place to start with K Slay and me? That's how we do it, Lock.
Lock spoke some shit then, didn't he? Talked a lot of shit then. On it again, lyrical abilities. On it again with these freestyles. These freestyles are, you know, I tell you something else that's good on freestyles is Lil Dicky, man. If you haven't seen his freestyles, check him out. He's funny as well. But Locksmith, man, you're gonna have to request some more stuff for Locksmith, man, because I don't want to listen to it before I do them, you know. But anyway, guys, that's that one done, I think.
He goes, man. I'm out of here.
Yeah, that's that one done, man. Thanks a lot for watching, especially if you watched all the way till the end, because that helps me out a hell of a lot. Don't forget to subscribe, because I'm trying to get to 1,000. Comment, obviously, if you want to say about this, if you want anything dropping. You know, I try and get everyone's requests done as soon as I can. Yeah, and that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.